Recently, I've been doing a number of best practice sessions with some clients and certainly doing some public presentations, such as public speaking. And I think I've really encapsulated and really discovered, quite frankly, what the number one challenge is associated with coaching and getting managers to coach. And that is, what do I do and what do I say? Recently, I was at an event at a conference and we were practicing different conversation models. And what was really cool about this group, they were very transparent, very honest, and they kept saying, I'm just thinking about what I want to direct them to do. I want to steer them. That's not a coaching conversation. That's a directive, and we need to do those things sometimes. Coaching is about asking questions, having conversations, being in the moment, knowing what you need to do or to understand your employees. This takes conversation. Let me give you a rough example. I have a client who called me and said, Tim, I actually wrote out the questions. I was having a conversation with one of my people and I found out something. And I said, oh, what was it? He said, I have a woman who works for me and I've always felt she was distant and I felt she lacked motivation. When I sat down and discussed with her and used some really good questions, he said, Tim, literally, I use 4 questions. Normally, I would have just asked one question, if that, and just directed her to be more motivated, more energetic, and giving her those mandates. Well, what I found out was my predecessor was extremely demeaning to her. She even showed me some emails. And I said, oh, what were the emails? And he said, they were horrible. How this guy kept his job is beyond me. But she still labors some of that impact. She still feels that impact. So the thought of speaking up and being motivated and putting herself out there, I've almost got to reverse that. I've almost got to change what she experienced for 4 years. Now, she's been my employee for 6 months, and I thought she lacked motivation. What she really has is a genuine and, quite frankly, legitimate fear. And I said, well, what's happened with your relationship since? He said, it's completely different. Now, is she jumping out and throwing herself out there and doing all these great things? He said, no, but we're having more authentic, honest conversations. And what I'm finding is by having these conversations and being in the moment and conversing and not worrying about leading with a mandate, I'm actually just having conversations and I'm learning so much more about our people. So that comes down to 2 things. 1, what do I say? Number 2, what do I do? We all know time is an enemy when it comes to coaching. But what I'd like you to think about is, what do you need to say? What questions should you ask? And what can you do? What do you need to do? Recently, we created this whole product line called Coaching Maps. We literally, for lack of better description, and I'm not a big fan of scripts, but we've literally scripted out conversation models. So if you have someone who's lacking energy in the phone or has a poor attitude or doesn't engage well with the rest of the team, we've created almost 400 targeted coaching strategies specific to situations like that, that position managers to do what? Know what to do and know what to say. So if this intrigues you, send me a quick email to tim@progresscoachingleader.com. I'll send you a sample of what a coaching map looks like, because I think it really solves the number one challenge managers have. What do I say and what do I do? Thanks.